Oh, so whatever this is like pretty serious. Except a fire alarm for like 10 seconds while I'm listening to that. I mean, that wasn't clear from the colors, and I didn't think I had to stay silent, Man, when I don't really know. I mean, but no. I mean, there were different colors that were like, oh, but it may be like a metaphor for what they're saying for like has something to do with there's something else from like another day, like or something else. It's like it's meant to be a metaphor or something like that's okay. I just didn't really know. I still don't know, but I mean, I didn't err on the side not doing anything. I'm taking it as a metaphor, like about maybe or you're trying to tell me something about yesterday or something. I thought what we did yesterday was like was good and what you wanted. Okay, so I misunderstood. I thought we were doing something like right now or something. Like I don't know. I don't really know what goes on. I'm just hoping. I mean, I don't. I mean, I understand. I mean, I don't. I just didn't understand. That was referring to yesterday, I guess. Okay. Like I get it was referring to yesterday. We should be thinking of a metaphor. That's okay. That's all right. It's just getting used to it. I just, in all honesty, like I'm saying, my friend who brings me like my ADD medicine and stuff, like I'm not really think. It's very when it's early, like I'm not really thinking that clearly. But I'm saying like I thought you were saying I thought you were saying about saying having now, but it's confusing too because it's like a number thing right after that. There's another thing right after that. It's about that guy Edward Snowden. A lot of people don't understand what he did and what he's not. That's not. They don't. They're misunderstanding what he did was a very like it was a very smart. It. Here's what he did. Okay, because this is what serious people understand. What actually happened is this. We're living in a new like era where like there's all kinds of ways of like looking at information and looking what people are doing. I mean it's like a new era. Okay, hold on a second. What he did, he didn't know. You know how they never say like what he released, like oh he went and got the code to a computer, like released all these NSA documents. Like do you notice that they never mention like what he released? You know why? The government classifies everything. I mean it's not a matter of like classifying things or necessarily of like national. It doesn't necessarily have to be a secret. They classify everything. That's just how it works. Okay, here's the thing. What he did got a discussion going about the issue of how do we handle it. How are we going to handle it as a society, and how our agency is going to handle it if, for example, some kind of real invasion of people's privacies, or like entrapping someone based on information and monitoring them, like all the things that can happen. How are we? Because remember, in a previous era, there was like Daniel Ellsberg. I mean, there are different times in history. There's someone who does something that's technically illegal, but like to alert the public that something has happened that they need to be aware of. Okay, how are we going to handle it as a society, and what will happen if something very bad is happening and someone with a moral compass says that I don't care, like I'm gonna go on this computer, get this, and send it to the press because people have to know this is an injustice. Okay, what will happen? How are we gonna handle it in this era when that kind of thing is going on? When someone like let's say reveals that there's some kind of incredible travesty of justice, like misuse of American power internally. Okay, what he did is he just released he got a hold of thousands of pages of classified material that doesn't necessarily he didn't attempt to reveal anything specific. What it is by doing it and then fleeing the country and being safe in Russia, it brought now as a society and spokesman for the CIA and the NSA and our media has to start talking about how we're going to handle it if some kind of incredible travesty of justice and freedom is happening inside the country with one of these agencies. Now that there's information technology is the way it is, okay, how are we going to handle a whistleblower in this era? Okay, so he just released a bunch of documents, just for that. to get the discussion going left. That's why, and he's safe in Russia. That's why he did it. We wouldn't be talking about spying internally. We wouldn't be talking about what we're going to do about the existence of that level of ability to mine information and stuff, or what are they looking at, or what does it mean, what's metadata. Okay, by doing that, it got the discussion going. And now we're all talking about it. The news is talking about it. It's on the news. People who, the former head of the CIA has come out and spoken about what we're going to do as a society with whistleblowers if they try to reveal an injustice that way. Okay, we wouldn't be talking about it had this individual not done something very courageous, which is simply to release a bunch of documents that are technically classified, but much of it doesn't have, they just classify everything. He got a discussion going that's an important thing if you think you want to live in a free society. That's why he did. That's the actual serious reason he did that. It's why you never hear what was in them. There wasn't anything in them of real import. It was to get the discussion going.